Now we got to flush the muskrat. All the animals got to be flushed. They got to be flushed clean. And the reason you do this, you want to make this animal clean and saleable the way they want it, to tan it or whatever you're going to do with it. Make a wall hanging, whatever you're doing with it. So this is a healthy muskrat, an adult healthy Hudson River muskrat, and they have some fat on them. Some of these little farm pond muskrats don't have hardly anything, but you're going to get all this stuff off. I use a decent flesh and beam. Mine's ancient, but it still works. And this is a one-handle scraper. It's ancient also, but it still works. You've got to get all this fatty tissue off this animal. To scrape it. It doesn't take long once you get the hang of it. And if you got a young rat, he won't have any of this. But this is an adult rat, and he's got some fat on him. And it means his diet and everything was healthy. So you get all this fat off of it. Doesn't take too long. Don't go overboard. If you start, if you go overboard, you're going to start putting holes in the pelt, scraping guard here. You just got to get this loose stuff off here. And after you do a few, you'll get the hang of it. This is a muskrat's much easier to do than a raccoon or anything else for that matter. But all these big gobs here will come right off. Amanda said she's going to cook this up for dinner. I'm saving it for her. She's just got a brand new stove, so I think a muskrat casserole or something would be perfect. But clean this off so everything is off of it. That muskrat's done. That's the way she goes. And our muskrats are very healthy, so they get a lot of fat on them. I mean, look at this peewee. This is a little baby. We sell everything. He buys my skulls for $1. And this muskrat's not worth hardly anything, but we get what we can for it, and we do what we can for it. But we're going to put this one right on the stretcher. The way to do this, if I didn't put this clothespin on here, this muskrat would be stretched like that. And some guys stretch them like that. Problem with that deal is it's not advantageous for you because you lose this much on the way they measure them. So when you do this, that pelt gains an extra size, an extra inch. So like Amanda says, every inch counts sometimes. So you get that extra inch like that. Actually, it's my ex-wife that actually said that. And I wasn't in.
Is that why she tried to pinch it with a clothespin?
With or without a clothespin. I didn't get the extra inch. But there's that rat. Perfect rat. That's an extra large size. We get some that go to the bottom of the stretchers. That's a triple X. When they go that big, this one's closer. I mean, that's a good muskrat. That's as good a muskrat as muskrats go. It's big, it's healthy. They like our New York State muskrats. So he's ready to go. Stretch him for a couple days till he's dry, and that muskrat's ready to sell. Do whatever you want. That's the way it goes. Muskrats are easy. Kids trap them first. The value of them goes up and down, but they're a nice pelt. There's a lot of them. They need to be kept controlled. They are a rat, but they eat mostly vegetarian. They eat mostly cattails and stuff. And our numbers are way down around here in general. But I still caught 200 this year. I've caught 800 one year. I've caught over 500 a few times. And I only trap small spots. I don't have any big swamps or marshes or anything. I'm trapping 20 here, 30 there. And sometimes if we have a high water year, the rats seem to be everywhere. But as you can see, we got some muskrats. We do have some muskrats. And these particular, like that muskrat there, in the spring, this will be all whitish pink. So they're not prime, but they're in pretty good shape. And that's a big muskrat. He goes almost to the bottom of the stretcher, which is a triple extra large, as big as they come. Here's where I screwed up on the eye hole. That won't affect the value because they're only going from here down. But it really irritates me that I made that mistake, because I should not make that mistake cutting that eye off. And it really pisses me off. But it's not going to matter really. But some things in life, that's the way it is. And yeah, keep the clothespins on them, stretch them, dry them, and that muskrat is ready to sell. And the whole thing only takes 5 minutes to handle. It's a good deal. Muskrats, I love muskrats actually. Muskrats are my friends. Stay tuned for the next animal.